From the deepest recesses of ancient history, whispers emerge from sacred texts, speaking of a time when the boundaries between heaven and earth blurred, giving rise to beings of immense power and terrifying mystery. For millennia, humanity has sought solace and wisdom within the pages of the Bible, yet within its hallowed verses lie secrets so profound, so unsettling, that they have been deliberately veiled, challenging the very foundations of our understanding of logic, science, and the divine itself. Imagine a world before the Great Deluge, a world teeming with life, yet also shadowed by an inexplicable darkness. A world where colossal figures walked among men, their very presence a testament to a forbidden union. These were not mere legends, but beings whose existence is etched into the oldest narratives of our civilization. The Bible, the most widely read book in human history, contains cryptic passages that many scholars and believers alike often choose to overlook, or perhaps are simply too unsettling to confront. These verses speak of a race of colossal beings, born from a profane and unnatural union between the divine and the earthly. Beings known by a single ominous name, the Nephilim. Who were these enigmatic giants? From what dark corners of existence did they emerge? And what was their true, often ignored role in the unfolding drama of human history, long before the cataclysmic waters of the Great Flood swept away an entire world? Prepare yourself, for we are about to embark on a journey into the forbidden truth behind the Nephilim. A journey that promises to unravel ancient mysteries and challenge everything you thought you knew about the Bible, the origins of evil, and the very fabric of our existence. Our descent into this profound mystery begins with the foundational text itself. The Book of Genesis, chapter 6, verses 1 to 4. This passage, though brief, is charged with an unsettling power and ambiguity. When mankind began to multiply on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown. This seemingly simple declaration opens a Pandora's box of theological debate and terrifying speculation. But who precisely were these mysterious sons of God? And who were the daughters of men that captivated their attention? While some interpretations suggest a union between the pious lineage of Seth and the corrupted line of Cain, the most chilling and arguably the most compelling interpretation for those who seek the darker truths posits that the sons of God were not mortal men, however righteous, but rather celestial beings, fallen angels who abandoned their heavenly abode for earthly desires. To truly grasp the horrifying implications of this theory, we must venture beyond the canonical scriptures and delve into texts that, while not universally accepted, offer a far more expansive and disturbing narrative. We turn to the enigmatic Book of Enoch. This ancient manuscript, revered by some early Christian communities and Jewish mystics, yet ultimately excluded from the biblical canon, provides a harrowing account that fills the gaps left by Genesis. Enoch describes the Watchers, a specific group of angels who, consumed by lust for human women, descended from their celestial stations. They made a solemn, blasphemous oath on Mount Hermon, binding themselves to one another in their transgression. These fallen angels did not merely cohabit with human women, they engaged in a grotesque perversion of creation, begetting a monstrous progeny of giants, the Nephilim. But their corruption did not end there. These celestial rebels also imparted forbidden knowledge to humanity, the secrets of metallurgy, the dark arts of cosmetics, the destructive power of weaponry, and the arcane practices of sorcery and divination. This illicit knowledge, coupled with the violent nature of their giant offspring, unleashed a plague of corruption across the earth, transforming it into a realm of unimaginable violence, depravity, and moral decay. The Nephilim, born of this unholy union, were described as beings of monstrous proportions, possessing insatiable appetites. They devoured all that humanity produced, and when resources dwindled, they turned upon humanity itself, consuming flesh and blood. Their very existence was an abomination, a primary catalyst for the divine wrath that ultimately led God to cleanse the earth with the great flood. And, according to Enoch, after their physical forms were destroyed in the deluge, their disembodied spirits became the malevolent entities we now know as demons forever haunting humanity. The Bible itself, in passages beyond Genesis, hints at the terrifying stature and reputation of these beings. While Genesis describes them as men of renown or heroes of old, the Hebrew word Nephilim itself carries connotations of fallen ones or giants. The Book of Numbers, recounting the spies' reconnaissance of Canaan, vividly reinforces this image of immense size and power. We saw the Nephilim there, the descendants of Anak come from the Nephilim. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. This chilling description evokes not just terror, but a profound sense of insignificance in the face of such overwhelming might. Yet the mystery of the Nephilim does not conclude with the flood. Genesis 6:4 cryptically states, "and also afterward," suggesting that the Nephilim, or beings of similar monstrous lineage, reappeared in the post-Diluvian world. References to other giant peoples throughout the Old Testament, such as the Anakim, the Rephaim, and the Emim, raise unsettling questions. Did the bloodline of the Nephilim somehow survive the global catastrophe? Or did new instances of angelic transgression occur? The existence of these hybrid beings, born from angelic transgression and human corruption, forces us to confront profound questions about the nature of evil, the origins of suffering on earth, and the very trajectory of human history. They were not passive observers. They were catalysts, driving humanity towards an era of unparalleled darkness that culminated in divine judgment. Did these monstrous beings possess a soul? What was their ultimate, eternal fate? Were they truly eradicated from the face of the earth, or does their dark influence persist, subtly shaping our world in ways we can barely comprehend? These are not mere academic questions. They are profound inquiries that continue to perplex theologians, historians, and researchers, adding layers of chilling mystery to one of the Bible's most disturbing and compelling narratives. The Nephilim, whether interpreted as literal fallen angels, the corrupted descendants of Seth, or a race of giants, undeniably represent one of the greatest and most unsettling enigmas within the biblical narrative. Their story serves as a stark, dark reminder of humanity's inherent fragility and the catastrophic consequences that unfold when the sacred boundaries between the divine and the profane are violently breached. They compel us to look beyond conventional interpretations, to question what we truly believe about the distant past, about the eternal struggle between good and evil, and about the hidden, often terrifying forces that may have shaped our world in ways we are only just beginning to uncover. Now, the final question remains. What is your theory about the Nephilim? Were they fallen angels, a forgotten race, or something even more inexplicable? Let your voice be heard in the comments below. Your perspective is crucial to unraveling these enigmas. If this journey through the depths of biblical mysteries has ignited a flame of curiosity within you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more forbidden truths and mysteries that defy easy comprehension. Together, we will continue to explore the shadows of history. Until the next disturbing discovery.